Hello, and welcome to English Every Day, the podcast. I'm your host, Mary.
And I'm Luke. It's great to be with you today. We have a very practical and useful topic for you.
That's right. Today, we're talking all about English for ordering coffee or food. This is something you will do almost every day, so it's important to feel confident.
Exactly. We want to make it easy and stress-free. We'll cover everything from a quick coffee to a sit-down dinner. So let's start with one of the most common situations, the coffee shop.
Okay. Imagine you walk into a coffee shop. The first thing you do is walk up to the counter where the cashier is. What's the first thing you say, Luke?
Well, the first step is to greet them politely. A simple hello or good morning is perfect. You can also say, "Hi, how are you?" They will usually say they're good and ask how they can help you.
Let's do a quick role play for that. I'll be the customer, you can be the cashier.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. What can I get for you today?
See? A simple, friendly exchange. It sets a positive tone for the whole interaction. It's a small thing, but it makes a difference. Great. Now that we've covered the greeting, it's time to order. There's a few easy phrases you can use. You can say, "Can I get?" or "I'd like." For example, "Can I get a medium coffee, please?"
I'd like a large latte is another great option. The word please at the end makes it sound very polite. After you say what you want, they might ask a follow-up question.
For example, if you just order a coffee, they might ask iced or hot.
Right, or they might ask about the size. Understanding coffee sizes can be tricky. Usually it's simple, small, medium, and large.
Yes, but some coffee shops like Starbucks have special names. For example, tall is actually their small size. Grande is medium and venti is large. It can be confusing.
It can. If you are ever unsure, just point to the cup size you want or simply say small, medium, or large. They will understand.
That's a great tip. Okay, so you've ordered your medium coffee. Now let's talk about customizing your drink. This means adding or changing things.
This is very common. People are very specific about their coffee. You might want to say, with cream and sugar, or maybe you have a special request, like, "Can I get that with oat milk, please?"
Exactly. Other phrases are no sugar, extra milk, or for cold drinks, light ice, which means you want less ice. Just say what you want clearly. For example, "I'd like a large iced coffee with oat milk and light ice."
That's a perfect order. So after you've made your order clear, the cashier will tell you the total price, and they will likely ask one more important question. For here or to go?
Right, this is a very common question. For here means you will drink your coffee inside the coffee shop. To go means you will take it with you and leave.
Sometimes they use different words. To go can also be called takeout or takeaway. For here can be dine in or eat in. They all mean the same thing. Just listen for those key words.
Okay, so you've ordered, you've said to go, and now it's time to pay. We'll talk more about paying later, but it's usually very simple. After you pay, you wait for your drink. Sometimes while you're ordering or waiting, the cashier might make small talk.
What is small talk, Mary?
Small talk is just light, polite conversation. It's not about anything serious. They might say something like, "Busy day today?" or "The weather is nice."
Right. You can just agree and smile. You could say, "Yes, it is," or "It sure is." You don't need to have a long conversation. It's just about being friendly.
Perfect. So that covers the coffee shop. I think we should move on to a restaurant. Let's talk about a place where you sit down to eat, maybe for breakfast.
Good idea. A sit-down restaurant is a different experience. First, you might need to ask for the menu. How do you do that?
It's very similar to ordering coffee. You can say, "Can I see the menu, please?" Or if it's in the morning, you might ask, "Do you have a breakfast menu?"
Okay, so the waiter brings you the menu. They will probably come back in a few minutes and ask, "Are you ready to order?" What if you're not ready?
That's a great question. It's perfectly okay to ask for more time. You can say, "I need another minute, please." Or more simply, "Not yet, thanks."
"I'm still deciding" also works well. The waiter will understand and come back later. Now, let's say you were looking at the menu and you have some questions about the food.
This is very important, especially if you have allergies or preferences. You can ask, "Is this spicy?" if you don't like spicy food.
Exactly. For allergies, you can say, "Does this dish have peanuts?" or "Is this gluten-free?" It's very important to ask if you have an allergy.
And if you don't know what to order, you can ask for a suggestion. A great question is, "What do you recommend?" The waiter can tell you about the popular or special dishes.
Okay, so you've asked your questions, now you're ready to order. First, the waiter will usually ask what you want to drink.
Yes, they'll say, "Can I get you something to drink?" You can ask for simple things like water, soda, coffee, tea, or juice. You can say, "I'll have a water, please," or "Just water for me, thanks."
And in many American restaurants, water is free. For sodas, you can use the brand name, like Coke or Pepsi. Now for the food. Let's use your breakfast example, Mary.
Sure. Let's say I want a classic American breakfast. I could say, "I'd like the eggs and toast, please." The waiter might then ask, "How would you like your eggs?"
Ah, yes, that's another detail. Common ways to cook eggs are scrambled, fried, or poached. And for toast, they might ask white or whole wheat. It's good to know these words. Other popular breakfast foods are pancakes or bacon.
Right. So before we continue, let's look at some common restaurant vocabulary. These are words you will see on the menu. Luke, what is an appetizer?
An appetizer, or starter, is a small dish you eat before the main meal, like a small soup or a salad.
Okay. And what about an entree? That word can be confusing.
It can. In American English, the entree is the main dish of the meal, the biggest part. For example, steak or fish. With your entree, you often get a side dish.
A side dish is a smaller portion of food that comes with the entree, like French fries, vegetables, or rice.
Two more useful words, refill and bill or check. A refill is when they fill your drink again, often for free with soda or coffee. The bill, or the check, is the paper with the total cost of your meal.
Those are great words to know. I think it would be helpful to do a full, slow-paced dialogue example, a mini role play.
Excellent idea. I will be the waiter, and you can be the customer. Let's begin.
Okay.
Hello, welcome. Just one today?
Yes, just one.
Great. Right this way. Here is your menu. Can I get you something to drink to start?
I'll have an iced tea, please.
Excellent. I'll be right back with that. Here is your iced tea. Are you ready to order, or do you need another minute?
I'm ready. I have a question. The grilled chicken sandwich, does it come with a side dish?
Yes, it comes with French fries or a small salad.
Perfect. I'll have the grilled chicken sandwich with a salad, please.
Great choice. I'll put that in for you.
I think that was a great example. It shows the natural flow of the conversation.
I agree, and it brings us to the end of the meal, paying. When you are finished eating, how do you get the bill?
You need to get the waiter's attention. You can make eye contact and give a small nod. When they come over, you can say, "Can I get the bill, please?" or "Check, please."
Right. Both bill and check are correct in the U.S. When they bring it, you can pay with cash or a card. You can ask, "Can I pay by card?" if you are not sure.
And if you pay with cash and you don't want the small amount of money back, you can say, "Keep the change." This means the extra money is a tip for the waiter.
That's right. Tipping is a big part of restaurant culture in the United States, but that's a topic for another day.
Okay, we've covered coffee shops and sit-down restaurants. Let's move on to something faster, fast food.
Yes, places like McDonald's, Burger King, or Subway. The conversation here is usually quicker and more direct.
Right. You walk up to the counter and you can start with, "Hi, can I get the number one?" Fast food places often have numbered meals.
And those meals are often called combo meals. This is an important phrase. A combo usually includes a sandwich or burger, a side like French fries, and a drink.
If you just order a burger, they might ask, "Do you want to make that a combo?" You can also ask what comes with the combo to be sure.
Then they will ask you what you want to drink with your combo. After that, they'll ask for here or to go, just like in a coffee shop. It's all very fast.
Another very popular way to get fast food is the drive-thru. This is where you order from your car. The drive-thru can be a little intimidating because you are talking through a speaker. The first thing you'll hear is something like, "Welcome to restaurant name. How can I help you?" Or, "Go ahead and order when you're ready."
You just say your order clearly, just like you would inside. For example, "Hi, I'd like a number 3 combo with a Coke." They will repeat the order back to you to check if it's correct.
Then they will say, "Okay, your total is price. Please drive up to the first window." You then drive your car forward, pay at the window, and get your food at the next window. It's designed to be very efficient.
It is. Besides drive-thrus, many people now order food for delivery or takeout using their phone.
Right, you can use an app on your phone like Uber Eats or DoorDash, which is very visual and easy, or you can call the restaurant directly.
If you call, you might say, "Hi, I'd like to place an order for takeout." Takeout or pickup are the key words. Then you just tell them what you want. They will ask for your name and tell you when the food will be ready.
For delivery, you would say, "I'd like to place an order for delivery." They will need your address and phone number, so be ready to give that information clearly. Okay, we've covered a lot of situations, but what happens when things go wrong? What should someone say if they get the wrong order?
Mistakes happen. The most important thing is to be polite. Don't get angry.
So, what's a polite way to say it?
You can get the attention of an employee and say, "Excuse me, I think this might be the wrong order." This is a soft and polite way to start.
That sounds good. Then you can explain what is wrong. For example, "I ordered a small coffee, but this is a large." Or, "I asked for no onions, but there are onions on my burger."
Exactly. Stay calm and polite. And in almost every case, they will apologize and fix the mistake for you immediately. They want the customer to be happy.
That's great advice. Finally, let's talk about some common English mistakes that new immigrants might make when ordering food and how to correct them.
A good one to start with is being too direct. For example, just saying, "I want coffee." In English, this can sound a little rude.
How can we make that more polite?
As we said earlier, using phrases like "can I get" or "I would like" makes a big difference. So, "Can I get a coffee, please?" is much better. Using "please" and "thank you" is always a good idea.
Another common point of confusion is using the wrong vocabulary. For example, in some languages, the word for a soft drink might be gas. In English, you should say soda or pop or use the brand name like Coke.
That's a great example. Also, sometimes people are afraid to ask questions. They feel shy about their English, but it is always better to ask than to get something you don't want or can't eat.
Absolutely. Don't be afraid to ask, "Can you repeat that, please?" Or, "I'm sorry, I don't understand." People are usually very patient and willing to help.
We have covered so much ground today, from that first hello at the coffee shop to handling a wrong order and everything in between.
We hope this episode helps you feel more comfortable and confident when you're out getting food. The most important thing is to practice. The more you do it, the easier it will become.
That's the key. Start with something simple, like ordering a coffee. You can even practice at home before you go. Say the phrases out loud.
That's a wonderful tip. Well, that's all the time we have for today on English Every Day, the podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Mary.
And I'm Luke. Goodbye for now, and happy ordering.